Morning everyone. How are you beta? Hope you all are fit and fine students. Yes beta, today we are going to start next half of chapter number 3, that is compound sentence. I hope students that all of you have completed worksheet 1 to 7. Now students, let's move on to the worksheet number 8. So students, let's start with the worksheet. Put commas in the following sentences and one has been done as an examples. Yes students, some sentences are given to you and you have to put a comma. Yes students, before we start this exercise, remember that a comma is placed before a coordinating conjunction. Okay, before a coordinating conjunction like and, but. Okay, before this students, put a comma in a compound sentence unless the coordinate clauses are very short. So students, let's move on to the first one. Raman cooked the meal. Then we have put a comma here. Raman cooked the meal and Roni washed the dishes. So students, and is here a coordinating conjunction in this compound sentence. So put a comma before coordinating conjunction. Now students, let's move on to the second one. Manika went to see film and Shilpa went to play basketball. Now students, where should we put a comma? Find out students. Where should we put with a comma? And is a coordinating conjunction. So students, before and, okay, before and put a comma. Now students, let's move on to the next one. Radhika loves computers and she has got a job as a computer artist. Now Radhika loves computers and again, where to put comma students? Before and, okay, before and put a comma. Okay, like this students, you have to complete the sentences. Okay students, now see last one also students. He wants to read but he has misplaced his specs. He wants to read but before a coordinating conjunction, okay, put a comma. Now students, hope it's clear to you where to put comma, where it is required. Now students, try this worksheet yourself and put a comma wherever it is required. Okay students. Now students, let's move on to the do it yourself part. Read the passage given below. There are some errors. Underline the error and write the correction in the space provided. One has been done as an example. Now students, one paragraph is given to you. Two passages are given actually. Now there are some errors students. First of all students, what you have to do? Find out the error. Okay, find out the error. And students, errors may be of conjunctions. Okay, there are some errors. Underline the error and then students write down the correct word. Now students, let's see, move on to the part A. The Navy has changed its rule but appointed 2 women to be in charge of warships. And here students, but is wrong. So underline the word but and write down and here. And look after 12 crew members. Both women are in their late 20s but have considerable experience, or we can say and have considerable experience. There are now about 700 women at sea. So discussions are taking place as to whether they are to be allowed to serve on board submarines or. Now in last sentence students, underline the word and write down the correct word, that is or. Keep board submarines or keep to the warships away. Like this students, you have to complete this passage, find out the error, then underline that error, incorrect word and write down the correct word in the space provided to you. Now students, let's move on to the second part. A 14-year-old boy has become the world's youngest millionaire and has made his money by selling. Here students, but is wrong. Underline the word but and write down and here. Motor cars and again or is wrong here. Motor cars and his customers are from all over the world students. His success means he owns a huge bungalow, but that is not all. Okay, or is wrong here. Underline the word and write down but that is not all. He owns a grand SUV and has his own chauffeur who drives him around and a butler who looks after his kitchen. Now students, let's move on to the second part. Fill in the blanks with suitable words. He saw the boys fighting over the bicycle but did not approve of it. He knew the fight would end up badly, so he was a little surprised at what he saw. Raghu was a bully, but it was Ravi who was being so assertive. He wanted to end the fight, but he did not want to seem as if he were interfering. Should I stop them? Or should I let them fight their own battle? He thought. Finally, he decided to intervene. He walked up to them and clapped his hands. They were taken aback and stared at him in surprise. Stop fighting at once, or I will call your parents, he warned. We were not fighting, said Raghu disgustedly, but Ravi looked rather relieved to see him. Now students, hope all of you have understood what to do. Now students, complete lesson number 3, that is compound sentence, in your practice books in a very neat and clean handwriting. Okay students, that's all for today students. Thanks and have a nice day. Bye bye beta.